I just don't know anymore. Well, I'm gonna call that a success. I was able to get up. That's a success. And that's more than a success. You got up. Oh, shit. Today's got hit with about a little bit of the depression. More than a little bit. Oh, you can now like spam click this screen and it multiple upvotes me and boosts me in the algorithm. That's cool. Oh, fuck. So, uh, I don't even know why I'm streaming right now. I don't even know why I'm out. I've been up since like 6. Moose wanted to go out. Opened the door. She ran out. Came back. Left the door open. Just laid in bed all day. And she sat at the door with it wide open, just barking at me because she wanted me to come out. She finally won. Just so down low right now. It wasn't even Moose that won. That fucking asshole made me come out. An asshole. So today's been a pretty bad shit day for me. I haven't been doing much. In fact, yesterday was a pretty shit day to me for me yesterday as well, and the day before. I got hit by a bout of depression, which I've been depressed my entire adult life. Who gives a shit? I've been in bed most of the day. Just opened the door so the dog can go in and out as she pleases, and she's been sitting at the door, just barking at me every so often, trying to tug me out of bed. Literally grabbing my shirt, trying to pull me out. I finally got the motivation to go out because I was angry. Fucking organizer comes down. I don't think he was talking here for me either. I think he went over to talk to one of the neighbors for some reason. I don't deal with him. Uh, and Moose, she's barking every so often in the camper. Door's open. And I'm kind of just like, I feel like a bowl of soup that you spilled. Just, blah. On the bed. A motherfucker stuck his head into my camper and told me to get that dog to shut the fuck up. Guys, yeah, no, it's not. I'm on antidepressants. These are my regular meds I've been on for like the last 4 months. I get hit with depression once in a while. It just shit happens. And so, hey Dale, but I've just been doing that. But he told me to shut my fucking dog up because she's barking. She's not even barking at anybody but me. She's trying to get me up. She's doing her job, and I don't know. That really lit a fire under my ass. I got up, jumped out of the camper, walked over to him, and I think I used every single swear word I know at the guy. Don't you ever violate my privacy again, you piece of fucking shit, mother effer, this, F that, F that. And, yeah, that was like 5 minutes ago. And now the dog has finally stopped barking because she's outside with me, and that's all she wanted. Johnny Half, I told him more than to shut the F up. I think I've called him every single name in the book I could think of, and I think I made up some new swear words for him. Uh, it's just. It's depression. It sucks. And the best way to describe what I feel like is I feel like I'm a bowl of soup that got spilled, and now it's all like gloopy and cold, just on the floor, a bit of a mess. But you know that's fucking depression for you. And no, I'm pretty. It's fucking depression, man. It's called mood swings. Like that, it angered me, but I'm still. It's right back down low. You know, that's one of the things with depression. You get mood swings. Maybe I'm going through my period. Nah, fuck. But yeah, that's exactly it, Garo. And it's like this is. I know it's depression. It sucks, but it's also the thing in my mind is what do I have to be depressed about? I got my dog. I've got a warm place to sleep. I'm not starving. I'm not gonna freeze to death. My depression doesn't thinks it's not good enough to actually be depression. My depression is depressed. Figure that one out. I honestly I've been in bed all day, MJ. I had a struggle getting up and out today. I've been awake since 6 a.m. and I didn't go to bed until like what midnight last night. I tried to stream. Supposed to have the Northern Lights, which didn't happen, but the stars were really beautiful, and I just ended up laying out right where I'm sitting right now and looking up at the stars for like 4 hours. But I just couldn't get out of bed today. No pain, no reason, no pain, nothing like that. It's just again, I feel like I'm a bowl of soup that someone spilled. Yeah. Yep. Well, oh, hey Moose, get out of there, please. You don't gotta kill anything today. Well, it's getting bad everywhere. Like, especially in southern Ontario, fucking Christ, all of Ontario. There are massive layoffs going on all around Ontario. Hey, honey. And, see, I feel so. Yesterday was pretty bad, but today is worse. I'm even having problems getting my words out. But at least last night I got to lay underneath the stars and look up. And it's a kind of a neat thing is when you're looking at the stars, if you're trying to focus and look into them and see more, you actually see less, you know? If you kind of just stare up and let your mind go blank and not really focus on anything, it gets more vivid and you see more. It's kind of neat. And up here, the stars are beautiful. Oh, at the moment, I am cycling between extreme blah and rage. Half of me wants to go up the hill and fill a bottle up with gasoline and light it on fire and throw it at someone's home. Freaking invade my privacy. I don't care if the door's open. You don't come into my place without permission. See, today's been really brutal for me. I've been in bed all day. But I left the door open so Moose could go out and use the bathroom, come in as she pleases. Goes out, use the bathroom, and then she's been sitting at the door, coming up on my bed, tugging at my shirt, barking at me for the whole day. And I guess the organizer came down to see one of the neighbors, and every so often you heard Moose go woof woof, and it pissed him off enough to come over to stick his head in my camper to tell me to make the dog shut the fuck up, which really made me mad. So I went from, soup, a puddle of soup on the ground or in bed, to nothing but rage. I was up and out and storming. That's why I'm outside now. Really, that's why I'm right outside. I call them every fucking name in the book. Do not invade my privacy. Oh, Justin Warden, I know. It is crazy, man. What you're saying. Literally, there's no one this far north. The biggest town around is Cochrane. It's the closest big town around. And that's still only 4,000 people. Coincidentally, that's where the hockey player Tim Horton was born. And learned how to play hockey. But there's no one here around here. There are... Like my neighbor, I got a neighbor there. Like, yeah, there's a few neighbors around, but I don't see people often. And there's so few people up here, and yet I still meet a complete asshole that I have to deal with. I agree with you. It's freaking hilarious. Happy Thanksgiving to you, too. Well, I think he's more being prickly. The fuck you doing? Because he didn't get included on the deal we got for the internet. So I'm not paying for internet anymore. I'm running the internet off my power, but I'm not paying for it. The neighbors are paying for it. And even then, it would be impossible for him to use it. He's like 2 kilometers up the road, and I'm not, he would have to buy $1,000 worth of extenders to extend it to his place. But that's not, I'm not helping him with that, and he's not invited in this. He will never let him in there. Because he doesn't have the internet or anything in his place. I don't know what I'm talking about, really. Mind you, I've kind of got really used to the country way of living, Country time is a thing. If they say they're going to be there at 11, you're going to be waiting until 12, 1, sometimes 2 o'clock. If they say they're going to be there early, that's actually the way it works. If they give you a time, like, see you at 12 o'clock, they're going to be there early. They're going to be there late every single time. If they say they're going to be there early in the morning, Wake up for 4 because they're going to be there a little bit before that. Good thing is, if you can see over there, you can see smoke running out of the chimney of the cabin. I met a person a while back who needed a place to be. That's kind of why I was in a rush to get it built. And yeah, there's someone staying in it now, which is exactly why I built it. And he says he needed a place for the winter, or he would freeze to death in his car. And yeah, he said he's going to order his own stack of wood for it so he doesn't kill all my pile. But I'm at least, that gives me a little pick-me-up that I built something and I did a good deed and helped someone. I do control my anger. I control my anger as I dig the hole, And honestly, just this whole wooey feeling I got right now sucks. And now it makes me kind of freaked out how it's going to be in the winter, when I'm spending a lot more time inside and I'm getting less sun, because seasonal depression is a real thing, and I don't want that to add on to what I already have to go through. But I fight every day. Keep it going. And the worst part of it, right now, I really want a beer. Or vodka. Just knock myself out. I'm not going to because I can't afford a beer. And I don't want to drink. But I do want to drink. You know what I mean? But if I want to have a beer, it's generally with someone, and I have a maximum of like 2, and I don't even want 1. Hey, Jojo and John. Well, I've already got about a dozen hobbies. I'm right now fortunate that I'm even out of bed. When around the depression hits me this hard, I wasn't going to get up today. The dog kept barking at me to get up. I ignored her. I opened the door and let her go and do what she wanted. She didn't really run far. She went outside, pooped, came back in. I left the door open so she could come and go as she pleased, but she just sat at the door barking, telling me to get up, or laying on the bed, or trying to pull me out of bed. Even now, she knows I'm not in a good spot mentally, and she's not letting me go very far. And she's trying to be a goofball. I don't need your attention, Moose. She's always like right here. I don't like your ear like that. Put it down. Good girl. Can I finally have that paw? Moose is a bit of a princess, if you know that. Moose, if it's raining or cold outside, she'll go outside, start to run and be like, nah, I'm going back in, and she'll just climb back into bed. And funny story is I kept thinking she was eating a toad or something because she kept getting stoned out of her freaking mind. I've taken her to the vet a couple times because she's like her eye pupils are like this big, and she can't sit up. She keeps falling over. She's poisoned, something like that. And the doctor, well, yeah, she's a doctor. A veterinarian's an animal doctor. Her vet is just up the street. And she said, yeah, your dog seems stoned. It could have happened in many ways. There are toads up here. She could have probably eaten one. And I figured that's what's going on. A couple days ago, I'm trying to chase her down. She went over to the hippies, the neighbors, and they've been they got a compost pile that she knows she's not supposed to go into, and they threw out some roaches in there from weed. So the other couple nights ago, my dog had like a little bit of weed and got stoned out of her freaking mind again. And I've had to go over and talk to them about having an open compost pile like that where you're getting rid of your freaking weed in. They gotta fence it off because there are animals around. I'm just dealing, Kelly. Just, yeah. I'm now thinking maybe getting a wind turbine isn't that bad of an idea. Now that the leaves are gone and stuff, I am getting a lot of wind. Yeah, mushroom season. The edible kind, not the yeah. What am I saying? This kind of forestry, you're definitely gonna find the kind that makes you see God. There are a lot of kinds of mushrooms. Ones that are tasty, ones that allow you to see God, and some that'll send you to meet Him, and some that'll send you to the bathroom really quickly. I know how that goes. I saw the movie Cocaine Bear. It was so stupid. Uh, I do forage for mushrooms now. I actually have a book of all the edible mushrooms in the area here, and I've been doing a few videos about the mushrooms I've been foraging. The last ones I got were slippery jacks. You gotta take the cap off, like there's a film on the cap that's like really sticky, kind of like semen. But you take the cap off. I like to cut the gills off because the gills are really, really bitter. Not gills, they're more like a spongy thing underneath there, and just use the meat of it, and they're pretty damn tasty. I've made them into ramen a couple times. Yeah, so I don't trust the AI. I've got a book, and I've got a rule: if I'm going to take any mushroom, I have to be able to identify it 100%. No mistakes at all, or it stays. And the ones I'm confident in are black fungus, slippery jacks, a little bit of the woodier, lobster, chicken of the woods, and ink caps. I don't know what CT is. I am in Canada. I am very, very far north, northern Ontario. That is true. No, in all honesty, I prefer to forage greens, and there's a lot here. I want to do some foraging very soon. There is all this naturalized wheat growing in my back fields here that I can harvest, and I just need a grinder to grind it down. I can make, wild bread. It's just I have a lack of motivation right now to do anything. I had planned on doing a lot of work today, but I've been out of bed for a total of 30 minutes. Good thing is I put a bunch of potatoes in a pot when I before I went on stream, and again the guy who's my friend, I'm gonna, you know what, he's not a friend, he is a friend, but I'm gonna call him my neighbor now, who is staying in my cabin. He's now my neighbor because he's staying there. Has a fire going, so I just threw a pot of potatoes on the wood burning stove, and I'm planning on eating those some today with covered in butter, just potatoes and butter today. That sounds like a really good meal. Okay, have fun with Islam, and I don't want to be an asshole. You're right. You're allowed to have your religion beliefs, but the thing, I've got no filter today, so I have no comment to what you said. I don't want to be an asshole. Well, thank you for the Thanksgiving of happiness. Actually, I'll have the potatoes with butter and cut some salami up. Oh no, I don't know why that just almost put me into a rage. Again, that's the thing with depression. You don't know where you are going to be from one minute to another. Depression isn't like just, oh, I'm so sad. When that's not just depression. That's part of it, that you just, no energy, stuff like that. But there's also these like random mood swings. You go from, normal to really down low, or really down low to ready to strangle someone in like the drop of a hat. Could also be, a little bit guided by the medications I'm on. Trying, Ryan, trying, just trying. Kyle, at one point in my life, I was 190 pounds. Heck, I'm even 220 pounds even, at about 10% body fat. I've got MS now. Not that's an excuse, but I can some days hardly walk. And some days I'm in such gripping pain, I want to just end it. Thank you for the Thanksgiving. Yeah, no, I think religion is a good thing for the right people. I've got friends that are literally Catholic ministers, priests, priests, priests. I've got friends who are Christian, and technically I'm Anglican. They dunked me in the water. They should have left me in there. uh, but it burned. It burned so bad. Um, yeah, technically I'm Anglican. Oh, yeah, I know that one. Like last year, I had the worst experience of my life with pain. Like what I've got going on regularly was nothing compared to that. We were still working on balancing the right medications, going through what does and doesn't work. In fact, it was this time last year. It was October of last year, and we got me on this one med that just didn't work, and my legs started spasming, and it didn't stop spasming for like a solid 2 weeks, to the point where I had to go to the hospital, and they had to give me a muscle paralytic in my legs to make so the you know the muscle stopped twitching, because they were so overworked the meat in my leg was cooking itself. That was painful. Oh, 5 kids. That's a lot of kids, man. Oh, yes, and a majority of my depression is brought on by chemicals. I've got a list of medications like that freaking long that do not make things easier on me. Jeez, 28. Jeez, that is a hell of an age gap. Your oldest could have a kid older than your youngest. Jeez, your oldest kid is the age to be the youngest father or child or parent. That dude, that is. I'm glad for you. You know, you at least you get a where they had sex that'll like wear that loud and proud. uh, oh yes, and here's the thing though. If I'm not on the medication, I can't even walk, and the MS, multiple sclerosis, it progresses quicker, and this at least puts it in remission. If I'm not on the meds, I can't even walk or stand up. Like at least with the meds, I can walk from here to there, do my stuff. I do still get really bad days where I have nothing but pain, but I'm not on them 24/7, nonstop pain. I have no balance because I try to walk and I don't know, just like it's like vertigo. I try to take a step and my legs just won't lift, or the signals are not going from my legs to my brain, stuff like that. Oh wow, 15, dude, dude. What did that? I have no words for that, man. Wow, 15. No, you were not. Of course you. Fucking, you're not ready until you're at least like 25. That's when you're a man. The male brain is like somewhat mature. Oh, reminds me of a story of a girl I knew in high school. Her sister got pregnant at 13. Um, it's not as bad as you think because her mother also got pregnant at 13 with her oldest, and it's even more worse than it gets. So the mother had a kid at 13, and then the youngest was her second kid. She was 13 when she got pregnant, and her kid now has what? Her kid is 18 now, and she has a 5-year-old. So the kid's kid had a kid, if you know what I'm saying. 15. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I want to punch you in the face, Moose. I think it would be funny. Punch, punch. Can I see it? Go get it over here. I caught you. I want to catch a dog. I caught a dog. A patriot. Definitely. Well, you got some good parents there. You're lucky you had good parents. I didn't, give you the boot. Now you're getting harassed by me. I ignored you all day, and now I'm harassing you. I don't have pumpkins. There are kids up here, but I don't think they were gonna do trick or treating. The ones straight up there, they're not here right now. The one with 5 kids, she's currently gone. I don't think she's gonna winter here this year. They got scared and left for the winter. Uh, Ben's kids, they're not gonna go anywhere. And I know the hippies over there aren't gonna let their kids have sugar. I feel so bad for those kids. They've never had meat. They're not allowed to have candy. They're not allowed to have juice. They can't even have eggs. What kind of life is that? Honestly, I want some candy. I really want some sour jubes right now. Sour jubes would be really nice. Oh yeah, no, they're I call them the hippies. They're not bad people. They're nice people. I still call them the hippies because they're freaking hippies. And they got 2 kids, and they're also very vegan. And smoke a lot of pot. I feel bad for their kids because they've chosen to homeschool their kids, and you can tell these kids have had very little social interaction with other people. Not just kids. Very little interaction with children, but people like they're scared of other. I can't really be one to judge about that because I've got severe social anxiety myself, but I don't think homeschooling is the end all be all things to keep your kids from getting indoctrinated. Your kids need public school. That's where they learn some basic communication skills. If you don't interact regularly with people, you turn into this. Well, man, if I'm going to do any tricks, I'm going to have to get some fireworks and shoot them at the organizer's fucking place because fuck that guy. Or better. Sour milk. Use some sour milk. My neighbor's coming by. There's a latrine in the back there, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna go. Oh no, he's just using power. Never mind. I thought he was gonna go take a shit in the latrine, or maybe he is. Maybe he isn't. Are you good? You can still get by. Oh yeah, those things there, the wood there, don't burn them. They're gonna be a wind wall. I don't think they're going to be doing trick or treating at all, but yeah, no, it's I feel bad for those kids. I really feel bad for those kids. Just they're kind of. It's not just that they're homeschooled. or they're, thank you for jumping into my head. It's not just that they're homeschooled, but it's also they have no opportunity to make friends. So there's another people over there, Ben. He's got kids about their age, but they won't let their kids associate with Ben's kids because Ben is very opinionated and he doesn't like their mother, so they don't. Their kids aren't allowed to hang out with each other. But those kids over there that are homeschooled have like zero opportunity to actually make friends because look where they live. There are no people up here, ever. Exactly. Like here is the worst place to have those kids. It wouldn't be as bad if they let them go to the school, but they don't. Uh, hey, Warrior, how you doing? I've got a dog on my shoulder. Not anymore. Well, now you have the option to aggressively tap the screen, and it gives me multiple likes. So you could just like tap 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 non-stop, and my likes go freaking through the roof. Okay, I get it, Moose. Okay, Moose. Yeah, she does her thing. She likes to climb up on me and get a better view. She's kind of. I'm assuming that's because everybody here knows the sand guy that whose name shall not be mentioned in this room, who tries to start drama and fights with every single person on YouTube to try to attract people to his place. You see, he's come in here a few times trying to attract people to his channel. I feel bad for the ow, right into my freaking face, Moose. Right into my freaking face. Good job. If you want to come up, I'll let you up. But yeah, no, he's coming here a few times, even on his main accounts, to try to start drama with people. Actually, you too. He came in a couple times when you were here, honey, and he lost his shit. Oh, there's a reason. I don't get the bad people in here because, one, I don't really entertain it, and I don't do shit that would cause people to come here to start drama. I'm not coming here screaming, saying you mother effers donate money now or F you, which a person I know of does. He'll scream and bitch that nobody's giving him money. And I'm not here. I don't need money. I need someone to talk to right now. I need to talk. I need this social interaction, or I'm just gonna be in bed and freaking melt into it and lose my freaking mind. I'm here for social interaction, and like again, I'm also not sitting here getting freaking wasted, passing out drunk, beating my dog on stream. Even though she deserves it sometimes. But no, there's a difference. That's why the she is. That's why the bullshit doesn't come here because I'm not putting the bullshit out there. Actually, that's a really good idea. I might have to do it that way instead. That's the name we don't mention in here, but actually, funny story is I know the guy's channel's name too. Golding. The other day I went to his. I'm streaming through the live streams, and
he popped up there and he's like 122 of being homeless. I feel for that. And I tried to ask him what happened, and he said, check the description. It's like, man, I'm asking you, I'm trying to talk to you. And I guess he opened my profile and saw I do some YouTube too, and he freaks out at me. I don't give a fuck about your fucking advice. And he blocked me. I was like, dude, I was just asking questions. I'm not going to read that. I'm trying to talk. And I felt bad for the guy. In fact, if there's anybody in the States, I've got some coupons for Popeyes, Pizza Hut, and Burger King I can't use because none of them are up here and they're for the States too, so I can't use them. I was trying to, hey, you need a meal. These are things, but he freaked out on me. I was talking to somebody who hangs out, and don't you jump on me. Fine, come up. I was talking to someone in the comments on my live that I posted yesterday, and he's saying this. He's been going through a lot of. His mental health has been decreasing very rapidly, so I went and checked on him last night to see what's going on, and when I went onto his stream, he was yelling at a hotel worker for not being able to give him a refund. She said she can't do it because she's not the manager. The manager can in the morning, and he wouldn't take no for an answer. So she called the police, and he got trespassed. And it was something to behold. Like, I really feel for him. There's a lot of mental health problems going on there. Mind you, I can't claim to be completely mentally healthy because I'm depressed. Hey, Duran, how you doing? But yeah, uh, it's gonna be happening in the future. I just don't know when. I'm trying to get the energy and motivation to bring back a pile of wood as tall as I am right here and have this giant bonfire to kick off, say goodbye to the fall this year. Do a 4 or 5 hour proper live stream. It's just, I got no motivation to do this stuff. Like today, I really have to start getting the wind walls built for the camper. But I was meant to do that today, and it was beautiful today, and I just didn't. Stayed in bed. Ugh. But yeah, no, I'm somewhere like at least I get it. I've been doing something decent. There's now again I've said it a few times, but there's now someone living in the cabin that I built. He's doing well. He'll be safe for the winter. He just went to go charge his phone and whatnot at my place, so that makes me happy. I'm not I'm not gonna stick the camera in his face or anything like that. I'll give the guy his privacy. At least I can do that much. But I threw a pot of potatoes on the fire. I'm gonna eat them very soon. I'm not going through anything right now. I was homeless for a while. That's it. 17 months. My last night sleeping outdoors was March 13th. It's a long story, but divorce, sick, divorced, can't do my career because seizures and MS, denied disability for various stupid reasons, ran out of EI, unemployment insurance, couldn't pay rent after the divorce, had my house, lost my house, couldn't pay rent, left that place that I was renting, slept in the woods in Toronto for what, 6, 7 months. I got pissed off at Toronto, left Toronto for Sudbury. There were other stops in between there, but that doesn't matter. Found a part-time job, started working there, and made some good friends on here. Three of the moderators here kind of forced me to start a GoFundMe. Well, they started a GoFundMe on my behalf for me, and now I have a homestead. I leased this land out for the rest of my, not leased, licensed this land for the rest of my life. One-time payment of 5K, it's mine, and I now live in a camper and have a dog. But I've got MS and I have a seizure disorder and a list of medications that are ungodly long. I literally slept in a Walmart tent last year over the winter, negative 40 degrees Celsius, which is the same as negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit. And literally, no fire, no heater on the inside, just insulated very well, used my own body heat. But now I'm so far north. But again, I'm in Canada. Like we're having an employment crisis up here now. A lot of our a lot of places that are hiring are leaving the country right now. We're having mass layoffs on through all sectors. So even now, finding work is going to be a bitch. I might have something coming on tomorrow. I have to head into town for Timber Mart for a cashier job. I'll take anything, honestly. But yeah, it's. I had a job when I first got up here too. It was an at-home kind of job. Work from home, remote work. I think is what it's technically called, remote work for an insurance company based in the States that laid everybody off the second the tariffs hit. There's still a chance I could have come back to that, but I'm not doubtful because it's been since May. Don't you jump on me. Oh, I'm on like my fourth attempt now, and they denied me because they so this year my last application was denied back May-ish, June-ish. The second they found out that I have that asset in my name, the camper, that they denied my claim because I had too much money from that GoFundMe, and they said nope, you're not getting you're not getting on disability this year. So I've got to start from square one, and I have to get on welfare first. We call it Ontario Works here. I got to be on that for 3 months. Then they have to apply for me for disability. But they won't give me the Ontario Works because I have over $10,000 of assets in my name, and it's that place I live, the camper. That's in my name. And because of that, it's called a liquidable asset. Doesn't matter that I live in the damn thing, but it's a liquidable asset. For them to do that, they would make me sell it and then spend all the money from it and freeze to death. Then they might give me the Ontario Works. Oh, that's exactly it. But at least up here now, I make a little bit of money here and there, a little bit off of YouTube, a little bit off of helping the neighbors out. Once in a while, I get to go down and help the guy that builds. There's a guy down the street who builds tiny homes for a living. Like he makes 10 or so a month, and he'll call me to hook up the solar once in a while. So he gives me $500 for the day. There's some people down at the lake. They own an island there that I've been helping build some bunkies. Now they're working on an extension when they come back, so that'll bring me some more work. Once the lake freezes and you can walk across it, they'll be back. So they said they'll be back around February. And I've started charging the neighbors if they need me to do like days worth of work. give me $20 and I'll do whatever you want because I need to live too. In all honesty, though, I'm glad I'm up here. You can survive on less up here. Yep, no more pikeys this year. The season closed September. Whatchamacall that holiday? Labor Day weekend. No more pikeys. Bass is closed. Trout just closed. You can fish for pickerel, which is walleye, perch, and bluegill. But I've got my slingshot. Unfortunately, the woodcock grouse are no longer in season. Pheasants are no longer in season, but partridge is in season. So I got a lot of partridges around here that I've been. Those little bastards are crafty. Ah! My freaking hand you just bit. Be careful. Seriously. I don't. Pikeys kind of suck. Pike, they're not a good eating fish. Just on their own, they're kind of muddy tasting. The only way I do pike is I scrape all the meat off of the bones. I can fillet them boneless, but I just scrape all the meat off of the bones, off of the skin, macerate it into a nice, gloopy glob of meat. Throw some flour in, and I overspice it, like go heavy on the pepper, heavy on the garlic, heavy on the chili powder, a little bit of salt, and make fish cakes out of it. It makes it a little bit more palatable. Otherwise, pike is kind of just muddy and bony. Yeah, no, they are. That's why, again, why fish cakes are just better off turning them into fish cakes. Yeah, thank you, Yasmin. What does pheasant taste like? Tastes like pheasant. I it doesn't taste like chicken, but it doesn't not taste like chicken. Chicken tastes like a bird. All birds have that birdiness to it, but wild meat is completely different. And it doesn't taste like duck, but it doesn't taste like... It tastes like pheasant. That's all I can tell you, man. Closest thing I can tell you tastes like... Maybe a little bit liver-like. It's got that high iron content that liver has, but it doesn't really taste like liver. It tastes like a wild bird. Not like gamey chicken. Yeah, it's got the game to it because it's a wild animal, but it's hard to describe a flavor that doesn't have any equivalents that every single other person would have tried. Like, I can't tell you what squirrel tastes like unless you've had squirrel. I've had squirrel. Not bad, actually. Watch your teeth. I forget what zone. I might be wrong about the pike then. I don't know what zone I'm in. I have the book in the camper that tells me, but I might be wrong about that. Probably. I'm Northern Ontario, so... No. I don't like, the easiest way, you don't pluck the feathers like of a chicken, especially with wild game. This is going to be graphic, but once you've dispatched the animal and you've bled it, You pinch right behind the neck, pull it up, stick a knife through, and make a cut, and then just rip all the skin off. In one good motion, you can get all the skin off of it, no problem. Kind of similar to the way you do a rabbit. Rabbit is very easy. After you've bled it, right behind the neck, cut the fur, cut around the ankles, and if you're okay with it, cut around the butthole, and you just, after you made that cut, you just yank, and it comes off like a condom. Oh yeah, up here, I've had a couple rabbits up here. The one rabbit I got when I was still in Sudbury was horrible. It was disgusting, too gamey. It was a male rabbit too. That's probably why. The rabbits I had up here, I did properly. So, especially with wild rabbit, they are really, really heavily gamey meat. You first got to, after you've cleaned it, you get a pot of water boiling. You throw the skinned processed meat into that. Boil it for maybe 10 to 20 minutes. All the scum is going to rise to the top of the water. Get rid of that. Take the meat out. Then grill it over the barbecue so you get some nice char on it, or the fire. I still wouldn't eat it then. I would get some more water in a pot, throw some veggies in there, spice it up. Indian spices are probably the best. Some cardamom, some cumin, maybe a little bit of ginger. I did use ginger on the last one, and some fennel seeds. Throw the charred meat into that, stew it for a couple hours, and the meat's going to fall off the bones. Take out the bones. You got yourself a nice rabbit stew. You don't even have to take out the bones. The smaller ones are going to break down and disintegrate. The bigger ones you can just gnaw and suck out the marrow. But that's the best way to do a wild rabbit, is triple cook it. I can. I just don't have the means to do it right now. Next year I'm hoping to put up a chicken coop and let them run on this area of the property. Let them do their things over here. For fuck's sakes, Moose! What are you doing? You're hurting me. There, go get it. But that'll be a next spring thing, because during May I can buy chicks for 25 cents a piece. Like the little chicken nuggets. I'd like to get about 10 of them. Figure out some sort of fence for this area here, and a chicken coop. Raise them and then process them in the fall. No, it's... And every single dollar I get is in and out that day. It goes towards something I need or supplies. I have to hit up on the 21st or 22nd. I'll be going to town. I got $300 coming in from YouTube, and it's already spent on supplies for the next month. Hey Bobby, how you doing? I'm not homeless. I'm just sitting in the woods in my place. These woods are all mine. And that camper there is where I live. That's a home, my friend. Not really. As long as I'm making it through a month, I'm fine. I don't need anything special. Food in my belly. The internet's taken care of for the rest of the year. So, Bobby, that's where I live. Oh, it's just some little twit being a twit. I don't know how many licks does it take to get to the center of Tootsie Pop. You could take one if you're good enough. Oh, it's going to be raining soon here too. I'm not going to go back down and lay down. I'm not going to let the depression hit me hard today. It's already kicked my ass today, but I think I'm gonna go in first. Go visit my buddy, take my potatoes, fill up on water, and then go inside, eat the potatoes while I watch some sort of movie. Uh, well, guys, I'm gonna head in now. Thanks for joining me. Um, I'm gonna go now. You guys take care.